Welcome everyone to Study Abroad 101 workshop. We are so excited you are joining us to learn more about study abroad and the opportunities you have here at Juniata. Today we will cover program types, locations of study, scholarship opportunities, and the application process. My name is Jackie and I will be leading you through Study Abroad 101 today. My POE was psychology with a secondary emphasis in Spanish. On campus, I was the JA of the Quest office, the secretary of Juniata College Dance Ensemble, captain of the JC Kickline team, an FYF facilitator, and a study abroad peer advisor. I studied abroad in the spring semester of my junior year at Juniata in Sevilla, Spain. Studying abroad gave me the opportunity to grow both personally and academically. My hometown is only 25 minutes away from Juniata, so the thought of traveling overseas to study for a semester terrified me. Studying in a new place with new people and in a different language was definitely challenging at times, but the experience was so worth it. I got to live with a host mom, and she did such a great job of making me feel like it was home for me. I can honestly say that Juniata prepared me to go study in a different language. But what was nice about this program with UPO is that you did not have to necessarily have any kind of background in the Spanish language to be able to study abroad here. For me personally, I knew I wanted to make the most out of this experience, so I took most of my classes in Spanish and tried to speak Spanish as often as I could. While abroad, aside from studying and exploring Sevilla and other parts of Spain, I also had the opportunity to travel to Portugal, Morocco, Italy, and the Vatican. I was able to see so many parts of the world and explore and experience new cultures. This was honestly one of the most incredible experiences of my life, and eventually, I hope to move back to Spain for a more long-term experience. Every returner can provide over 100 reasons why students should go abroad during their undergraduate career. But what is important is for you to think about this question personally. How might this experience help you during your time at Juniata and beyond? Let's explore some reasons now. Studying abroad is not simply traveling as a tourist. You will be taking coursework, sometime in other languages, and learning a new set of skills operating in a new academic culture. You can fulfill POE requirements or test out new elective courses, learn with students from different parts of the world, and perhaps even take courses that are not offered at Juniata. In addition to POE requirements, a small percentage of U.S. college undergraduates study abroad, so having this on your resume can not only show that you are flexible, adaptable, and can work within a different culture, it can help you stand out in an interview, as you may have many specific examples of how you overcame challenging situations. But probably what is most important is that you will learn so much about yourself personally through immersion in a different country and culture. You will learn a new sense of independence, confidence, and self-reliancy that is necessary in life at Juniata. It really is amazing how much you will learn about your own culture and country, not just your host country. And lastly, is to explore and see the world and its people, maybe even animals. It is a great time to get an intercultural experience while you have the support of college professors, classmates, and the Center for International Education. You have the time to explore this opportunity while still being enrolled full-time as a college student, so why not take advantage of the many opportunities that Juniata offers? Speaking of those opportunities, here is a list of where we have programs. This list is constantly being updated as we review new program agreements and faculty design new programs abroad. We have programs on every continent except for Antarctica and have offerings for all POEs. Picking a program can seem challenging given all the options. Think through these indicators here. Do you prefer a small town feel like Juniata, or do you want to try out a bigger city? Would you like to take courses in your POE or try something new? Do you feel you need a little extra support to go abroad, or do you want to be treated as one of the native university students? Would you like to try out a shorter trip led by a Juniata faculty member? Or would you like to go away for a semester or a year? Are you having trouble saving money and prefer to study in a country where the US dollar is stronger? Would you prefer a program to be home by May so you can start an internship in the early summer? Would you like to study in another language or English or a mix? As you consider your program options, reflect upon your identities and how they may shape your study abroad experience. The Center for International Education is committed to providing students of all identities and backgrounds with quality mentorship and advising throughout the whole process. Remember that no two students will experience the study abroad experience the same. Aspects of identity, including gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, class, and ability, may feel highlighted in different cultures abroad. The CIE is here to help students navigate this journey in providing accessible opportunities to all students. The office provides resources for students as well as host panels that connect prospective and returning students to engage in authentic conversations. As we have mentioned in picking the right program, you need to understand the differences in our program types, and they include a mix of internships, faculty-led programs, direct exchange, provider programs, and language schools that you can pick from. It is possible to combine a few program types, such as faculty-led course and a semester abroad. Let's explore these in more details. So for the Juniata Exchange, you are directly enrolled in the host institution, studying with local students. It's a more immersive experience, and you'll have the support of an on-site coordinator. The BCA Provider Program is a third-party educator provider, and the academic course intended for international students as well as courses with local students, and there's more hands-on support and guided reflection. For IFE and EPA internship programs, it will be about 20 hours of unpaid work placement, 2 academic courses, and requires professionalism and independence. We have limited enrollment programs, which are more competitive in the application process and should be selected intentionally and with a well-supported and written essay. You can improve your language skills over the summer at some of the language schools that we partner with, and there are even courses offered through our partners in English, such as the University of Leeds. Juniata also has many faculty-led programs being offered every January and May. These courses are constantly changing based on faculty and student interest. Students would register for a pre-course component and take it the semester before the course immersion in another country. Upon return, students would do a reflection assignment. Some students, such as Laurel, who is featured in the picture, has done multiple faculty-led courses abroad. Eligibility requirements. You must have good academic standing, which means a GPA of 2.7 or higher. Some programs have a higher requirement, such as a 3.0. You must have clearance from the Dean of Students office and the Bursar's office. And maintaining eligibility by attending all pre-departure orientation sessions, maintaining the minimum GPA through the final semester before studying abroad, submitting all application materials to the Center for International Education. For Juniata approved programs, you must stay fully enrolled, pay Juniata tuition, you will keep all financial aid, and the room and board differs by program. Other costs, there's a placement fee of $500 per semester, or $250 for the summer, an acceptance fee of $32 per person, CISI insurance, which is $39 for each month you're abroad. There are program fees, special course fees, or excursions, and then you also must pay for your passport, your visa, and your flights. And all expenses are subject to change. As one of the possible expenses mentioned, if you do not have a passport, you should plan in advance to apply for one. You can find more information on the travel.state.gov website listed above. Also, be sure to look on the announcements as there is often a passport fair held during the fall semester. Now, moving from the first part of the presentation, we will turn to the application process and the technical side of the process. At Juniata, we use a portal to collect all study abroad applications and to share all study abroad information, known as Teradata. You can access this portal at the link above, juniata.teradata.com. I will move through screenshots of our portal, but please explore the website after the presentation. It is important to log in with your Juniata credentials to begin the process. Please use the Getting Started tab on the left. Next, you can select Programs on the top of the screen to start to search the search process. I recommend that you start with the Simple Search tab and type in a country of interest. This is an easy way to explore the different options, including short-term programs, language schools, and direct exchange programs. If you want to have a more specific parameter for deciding on a program, such as POE, language, and GPA, you can type in more search parameters in the advanced search option. Be careful how many parameters you enter, however, as you will limit your options with each click. If you are just getting started, I would recommend this simple search first. Once you search a country and select a program by clicking on the link, you will end up on the program page. Here you will see some important information in the fact sheet. This includes language of study, GPA requirements, suggested POEs, and limited enrollment. Please note that the POEs listed on the program pages are just options. This is not an inclusive list, and you can consider other programs even if your POE is not listed. Be sure to scroll down on this page so you can see the program brochure that includes more visuals and detailed information about the program. Here is a sample program brochure, including photos, program description, and special notes. Read through this information as it can provide very valuable tips and links. We understand that students have financial needs and will need assistance to cover extra costs associated with study abroad. We highly encourage you to review extensively the Financial Aid and Scholarships tab on our website. Please note that in the scroll down options, you can select both Juniata Scholarship and external scholarships that are open to students nationally and internationally. Juniata scholarships are offered based on need. POE, program, location, and duration. Please review each to learn more about eligibility and deadlines. One scholarship to highlight is the Thomas R. Keppel Endowment that helps provide funding for students with moderate to high need. We highly encourage you to apply to all scholarships that you are eligible for. Here is a short list of possible external scholarships that students can apply for. There are certainly others, and we highly recommend that you start your search early. One scholarship to highlight is the Gilman Scholarship. This national scholarship provides generous funding for Pell-eligible students. Juniata College does very well with this competitive scholarship selection process, and every year Juniatians receive substantial funding for their study abroad experience. The amazing thing about Juniata is that all courses taken from abroad will transfer back to Juniata for credit. During the application process, you do not need to have courses in mind, but let's share the process of exploring courses that other Juniata students have previously taken abroad. You can click on Academic Information and select the drop-down option called the International Course Database. Be sure then to click on the yellow box and explore the universities listed here. You can check a specific program and list of all courses that students from Juniata have already taken. Please note that this is not an extensive list of courses offered abroad, nor is a current list of offerings. This list will give you a rough idea of options available, including how these courses have transferred back to Juniata. Courses will transfer back at the department and level. Looking at an example here, Evolutionary Biology, which is the course name from abroad, transferred back in the biology department and for 3 Juniata credits. The Juniata course name shown on the transcript is BI3XXTR, meaning this was a transfer credit not taken at Juniata. In addition, the last column shows what parts of the general curriculum that this course has satisfied. Please note, depending on which curriculum you have entered into, some of these designations are not relevant to you. How to apply. Hit Apply Now. Log in with your EagleNet username and password. Teradata will then prompt you to create an application. Read the requested documents and fill out all of the application questionnaires. During the application process, students are asked to submit 3 recommendations. These recommendations include your POE advisor, your general advisor, and one additional general recommendation that can be a Juniata or non-Juniata person. The application will allow you to insert the email address to the person you wish to complete the recommendation form. A form will be sent to your advisors and faculty to complete on your behalf. Recommendations should be submitted by the application deadline. For those students studying a language, an additional language recommendation is required. Before completing this part of the application, we ask that the students personally ask their faculty and advisors about the recommendation out of respect, before simply sending the recommendation form. The application process requires an essay. Please take this essay seriously, as the essay can help determine which student will be placed at which location. If a program is limited enrollment, the essay is extremely important in order to determine placement. General tips for the essay are to write it in advance of the deadline and visit the Writing Center for advice. Be sure to explain why you would like to study abroad, the program of your choice, and the rationale for this program. In the last paragraph of your essay, it is important to also list your second choice location and rationale, in the case that you are not placed into your first choice. Even though you write out a second location option, you only need to submit 1 application for studying abroad. The only time you would submit 2 applications is if you are applying to 2 different countries over the course of 2 semesters. For example, if you wanted to study in Ecuador in the fall and in Spain in the spring, you would have to submit 2 applications. It is important to have a sense of the overall timeline for studying abroad and when this process would be best for you. Most Juniata students go abroad their junior year, but it is possible to study abroad as a senior. If your POE has specific requirements that make this difficult, please consult your advisors and consider going abroad an alternative semester. Please note that this timeline is for semester and year programs abroad. For faculty-led programs, you will register for the fall or spring course at a regular registration timeline. And also note that application deadlines can change annually, so please continue to check the website for more information. You will receive an email after you apply as to whether or not you have been accepted or provisionally accepted, as well as the program you have been selected for. The semester before you go abroad is when you will apply to the host institution, arrange for your visa, undergo pre-departure trainings, and book your flights and housing. This could be you. The first step of the study abroad process is to see yourself in the experience and get excited about the possibilities that exist for you. Join other Juniata students as alum of study abroad. If you want to hear other student stories, please watch these videos or go to the CIE website for more testimonials. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please email studyabroad@juniata.edu. Hi everybody! Thank you again for watching our virtual Study Abroad 101 session. I hope that you found this video helpful and you have gained interest in studying abroad. For more information on studying abroad, contact the Center for International Education to get the process started. Thanks for watching!